Hey guys, Ponce here on the PBE, here to show you guys some balance changes to everyone's favorite champion that they'd like to pretend to care about but don't actually play, Teemo. Also known as the biggest, most overused piece of meta humor since bacon. So in terms of the actual balance changes, they are above my head somewhere here in Notepad. They've made changes to his passive and his R, Noxious Trap, also known as Mushrooms, also known as Shrooms, but we'll get to that later. First, let's start with his passive. So the stealth delay has been lowered. It's gone from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds, meaning, when you're just standing there, it goes off in 1.5 seconds. Unless you're in a bush, then it goes off even faster. And when you're in the bush, you can actually move around and remain stealth. So as you can see, the screen is darker, so that's telling you you're still stealth. In addition to that, the attack speed now scales with level. So it starts off slightly crappier. At level 1, it only buffs your attack speed by 20%. But as you level, it goes up. For example, right now you can see at I'm level 11. So at level 10, it had actually gone up to 60%. So it goes 20, 40, 60, and 80. So later levels, 80%. That's a pretty substantial attack speed buff. So, given that it's kind of difficult to actually use Teemo's passive in any kind of useful capacity, I can see 80% attack speed being a reasonable payoff, if you will. Now, probably the thing people are more interested about is Teemo's ult. So I'm going to turn this off just for a second so you can see things better, the whole thing. So the main change is how Teemo's mushroom actually bounces now. So in addition to the fact that it actually has a larger radius, so look how far I can plant a Teemo mushroom. So I can just plant a mushroom all the way over here like that. And then on top of that, we can just bounce it, and then it goes even further. Now, the unit of measurement they use is the rather unscientific quote-unquote Teemos. So every time you rank the skill up, you can bounce it further. So by Teemos, they mean like, well, there's 1 Teemo, there's 2 Teemo, there's 3 Teemo, there's 4 Teemo. So that's the distance there. So let's just put this back up so you guys can see the numbers again slightly better. There you have it. In addition to that, so trap duration has been lowered to compensate, so they don't stick around for forever. So you get those crazy mushroom forests that last for 10 minutes. Now they land, or last a still respectable 5 minutes, so it's not like they're disappearing instantly or anything like that. And the activation time has increased, so it's gone from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. So it's a bit of a mixed bag there. Obviously, going off slower is typically worse, but at the very least, it's easier to get a chance to place a mushroom and then be able to bounce a mushroom without it going off instantly. And the placing trap cooldown or mushroom cooldown has been lowered from the standard 1 second to 0.25 seconds. So you can basically just kind of do this and then get them down pretty quickly without having to wait a full extra second to get a mushroom down. What else is there? Oh, and of course, mushrooms now, they act like wards in that they don't have, weird hit point totals. They actually just go by number of hits. So 2 melee attacks will destroy a mushroom, and 3 ranged attacks will destroy a mushroom. Out of there. All right, so we're gonna go turn that off, and I'll try and use this stuff in in a combat situation, I suppose. Let's go hunt down Misfortune, I guess. We last spotted her bottom lane, but you probably won't be going back there. Kind of difficult to actually bounce mushrooms on people. Situations where it gets pulled off perfectly are probably somewhat rare, but you can kind of go back here and maybe I can put the minion or something and then... That's not what we want. There we go. Get stuck in that one. She's trapped between 2. Alright, so there you have it. Interesting little bit of change there. I mean, I find it kind of amusing that you can bounce mushrooms now. It's not the biggest thing ever, and like I said, there's not actually that many people that really play Teemo in a serious capacity. I don't know, does the Rain Man still do this? Is the Rain Man even still around? Like, I remember he was like one of the really early League of Legends players, and he was like one of the early TSM players that Dyrus replaced, I think. He was a kid back then. He's probably old like me now, but I guess it's not that long ago. But in any case, that's not relevant at all. Some Teemo changes, and they're sort of interesting. Whether or not they shake the foundations of League of Legends and change the whole top lane meta or whatever you will, that remains to be seen. But that's what we have here. Thanks for watching, guys, and why don't we bounce one more mushroom for the hell of it? Thanks for watching again. See you around. Bye.